The Bold and the Beautiful Monday, May 12 update. Steffy catches Luna and Finn together. Liam keeps Bill in the dark. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan will feel pulled back in Liam Spencer's direction now that she knows he's facing a grim fate. These exes will start reconnecting on a different level. So could Hope get pregnant after one last romp with Liam? Of course, Liam's condition will get worse as time goes on, but he's still in decent shape at the moment. There's still time for Liam to accomplish some final goals and fulfill some dreams before the clock runs out. Hope will certainly make sure Liam has an opportunity to hang out with Beth Spencer more often. You can bet Liam, Hope, and Beth will spend some time bonding as a family as well. Between that and knowing she's going to lose Liam, Hope may find it difficult to cope with all the feelings that are rushing back. Both Liam and Hope could get swept up in their emotions, so what if that leads to some passion erupting? Hope and Liam might surrender to temptation and enjoy one last night of sizzling together. It could easily happen at the familiar cabin, where Liam and Hope have made so many memories over the years. If Hope and Liam do the deed one final time, there's a chance she could wind up with his bun in the oven. This storyline could come with quite a twist if Hope sleeps with Liam and finds out she's pregnant, especially if that realization comes after he's gone. It'd be a bittersweet baby gift for Hope in some ways. Hope would be crushed at the thought of raising another child without Liam, but she might also appreciate having another kid to tie them together forever. Hope and Liam will always be linked through Beth, but B and B could double that connection if Hope has another pregnancy coming up by her ex. It could make an already emotional situation even more emotional for Hope in the end. Regardless, Hope will make some predictions about making the most of the time Liam has left, so stay tuned for updates on any passion and baby news that might lead to. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for Monday, May 12, reveals that Steffy Forrester will catch Luna Nozawa and John Finn Finnegan together, while Liam Spencer keeps Bill Spencer in the dark. At El Giardino, Bill will join Liam at a table, where they'll trade apologies after their recent fight. Liam will insist life's too short to let a disagreement derail their relationship and will thank Bill for turning him into the man he's become. Bill will think that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to him and will praise Liam for making him want to be a better man too. There will be some sweet moments as Bill admits he can't imagine his life without Liam in it. As for Liam's resignation, Bill will refuse to accept it and will make a prediction about Liam leading Spencer Publications into the future. Liam will offer a sad smile, since he obviously won't expect to live long enough for that, but he won't tell Bill about his inoperable brain tumor. Shayla Sharp will interrupt Bill and Liam's conversation at one point, so that'll give her a chance to thank Bill for getting Luna pardoned. Although Bill will act like the ship has sailed when it comes to Luna and Finn's chance at bonding, Sheila won't be so sure. At the Cliff House, Luna will want to know Finn as her father, and she'll think he wants to know her as well. Finn will point out that they can't go back and will remind Luna that she's a grown woman who's done horrible things. However, Luna will think Steffy is the reason Finn's keeping her at a distance and will keep pleading for an opportunity to truly bond. Finn will stand his ground and make it clear that Luna can't come over there again. After Finn declares that they'll never have a relationship, Steffy will walk through the door and demand answers. Steffy will flip out at the sight of Luna with Finn in their own home, so they'll have some explaining to do soon enough. Next on Monday's B&B episode, Hope will summon Liam back to Brooke Logan's place, so he'll wonder what's wrong. That'll lead to Hope talking about doing some soul-searching and realizing she took Liam's love for granted. Liam will assure Hope that she didn't and point out that they both made mistakes. There'll be some talk about Beth Spencer and what a wonderful little girl they made together. Liam will assure Hope that he's always going to be with her one way or another before they embrace, but they'll struggle to hide their emotions over each other's shoulder. Hope won't let on like she knows about Liam's imminent grim fate, so that'll add to the weight of these powerful scenes. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Hope will want to do everything she can to support Liam after getting updates on his awful medical news, so stay tuned. Though the bold and the beautiful may never stage an actual trial for double murderess Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada may still have her day in court. The in-demand actress has been cast in Prime Video's Legally Blonde prequel series, our sister site Deadline reports. The comedy in which Lexi Minitry steps in for Reese Witherspoon as the character made famous by the movie follows the future law student through her high school years. Yamada will recur as Amber, a member of Elle's clique in Bel Air. And you've got to imagine that it will be a relief for the actress to get to play someone with pals again for a change. Lately, whenever Luna isn't hitting on Elektra's boyfriend, Will, or showing up unannounced at Dad Finn's house, she's complaining to Granny Sheila that she's a social pariah. Funny how that happens when you run around killing innocent people, huh? Since Yamada's Elle role is recurring, it shouldn't interfere with her pot-stirring at Bold and Beautiful. Prior to joining the soap, the up-and-comer appeared on Cruel Summer, Little Fires Everywhere, Never Have I Ever, The Rookie, and All American. The bold and the beautiful spoilers suggest that Remy Price might not be who everyone thinks he is. Remy came on the scene stalking Elektra Forrester and keeping Luna Nozawa's secret. Remy really hasn't been seen or heard from since fixing Bill Spencer's AC. Could there be a reason for that? As well as the soap not even mentioning Nick Marone and Brooke Logan's son. Keep reading and let's talk about the storyline. When Call the Heart's Jack Wagner is coming back to B&B as Nick Marone. The man is Ridge Forrester's half-brother. The last time that Nick was seen, he appeared with Brooke to help her with a broken heart. Interestingly enough, Nick is back and once again, Brooke has a broken heart. Fans know that Brooke and Taylor Hayes had a controversial and complicated storyline featuring Jack's existence. It's quite odd that little Jack hasn't been mentioned by Brooke or Taylor in years. It's like he doesn't even exist, as if the soap has just erased that chapter. Mentioning the boy died or is in boarding school would be better than pretending he doesn't exist. Fans remember, fans know. The last we saw little Jack, he went away with Nick. So why hasn't he been mentioned? While some fans thought that Nick might bring Jack to Le, supervising producer Casey Kasperthik said the son will not be returning with the father. That doesn't mean that Jack isn't somewhere else on the canvas, though. Casey did mention that Jack would be referenced during Nick's visit. So let's see where this storyline could go. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Remy could be little Jack. Perhaps Jack was always a troubled kid. That might be why Taylor and Brooke never mentioned Jack, or anyone else for that matter. Perhaps he was always dark and on a sinister path. However, with Remy sticking around Los Angeles, what if he is really Nick and Brooke's son? Brooke always gave Ridge a hard time about troubled Thomas Forrester. So what happens if Brooke has her own troubled son? It would certainly make Remy's obsession and doctored photos Elektra even creepier. However, the soap has blurred those lines before, so it could very well happen again. If Remy is Jack, then what does this mean for everyone on the canvas? In a stunning twist on the bold and the beautiful Ridge Forrester's world is turned upside down after a buried secret surfaces. One that challenges the foundation of his relationship with Steffy. For decades, Ridge believed he was Steffy's biological father, standing by her through personal struggles, family rivalries, and professional triumphs. While searching through archived files at Forrester Creations, Ridge discovers an old medical report addressed to Taylor. Initially dismissing it as a routine postnatal file, he grows suspicious upon noticing a genetic summary. Seeking clarity, he brings the document to Finn, who makes a staggering discovery. Ridge is not Steffy's biological father. The report instead names James Warwick, Taylor's former therapist and one-time lover, as the biological match. The revelation sends Ridge into emotional turmoil. Devastated and confused, he confronts Taylor, who reluctantly confirms the truth. Through tears, she recalls a night of vulnerability during a blizzard at Big Bear, a night she shared with James, believing it might be her last. She claimed she had no idea she was pregnant afterward and never intended to deceive Ridge. Despite Taylor's emotional explanation, the impact on Ridge is profound. Everything he thought he knew about his relationship with Steffy is suddenly in question. The betrayal leaves him reeling, unsure how to approach the daughter he once believed was his own. As the shockwave spreads, Ridge quietly arranges a meeting with James Warwick. Older and visibly regretful, James insists he never knew about the child. The encounter is tense and filled with unspoken resentment. Ridge, struggling to process the truth, accuses James of stealing his daughter, an accusation James calmly refutes, stating they were both unaware of the consequences of that night. Now, the focus shifts to Steffy. How will she handle the truth about her biological father, and can Ridge maintain their emotional bond, even if it's no longer backed by blood? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for the week of May 12, 2025 are here. Next week, fans can expect Hope Logan to cling to Liam Spencer. Bill Spencer has an emotional reckoning. Plus, Luna Nozawa pays a surprise visit to Steffy Forrester Finnegan and John Finn Finnegan. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Next week, expect Liam to find out that Steffy told Hope about his condition. Liam won't be angry with Steffy, but will be frustrated that this sickness takes so much control away from him. At some point toward the end of the week, Hope will cling to Liam, desperate to save his life. However, Liam will continue to push Hope toward Carter Walton. Over at Il Giardino, Bill will go meet Liam as requested. However, Bill will likely notice right away that something seems off with his son. Liam might intend to tell his father the truth, but he might struggle to get the words out. Eventually, Bill finds out that Liam has a brain tumor and it's inoperable. Bill and Liam will also face the past. Bill might explain his more surprising decisions. Liam has been so fixated on Hope and Steffy finding forgiveness. Will he have it for his father as well? The bold and the beautiful spoilers for next week reveal that Luna will have another confrontation. Luna already cornered Finn at the Cliff House, but Steffy wasn't there. Luna must decide to see him once again. This time, though, Luna faces both Finn and Steffy. What could Luna possibly say that will change how Steffy feels about her? Fans can also expect Carter to tell Brooke Logan that he intends to fight for Hope's heart. The very next day, Daphne Rose once again tries to convince Carter to move on with her and forget all about Hope. Plus, Finn and Taylor Hayes try to reassure Steffy that she did the right thing. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver intense drama, emotional revelations, and irreversible consequences for its central characters. Recent episodes have taken a devastating turn, particularly for Hope Logan, Carter Walton, and Liam Spencer, as personal tragedies intertwine with explosive confrontations. Hope Logan finds herself navigating heartbreak once again after severing ties with Carter Walton. Despite his enduring affection, meanwhile, Carter resists the romantic overtures of Daphne, remaining emotionally tethered to Hope. Hope's emotional world is rocked when she learns from Steffy Forrester that Liam Spencer, her former partner and father of her child, has been diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor. With only months to live, Liam's condition becomes a central catalyst in the storyline. Hope rushes to be by his side, vowing to support him in his final days. As Hope and Liam share a heartfelt moment at Steffy's house, Carter arrives unexpectedly and overhears their emotional exchange. Misinterpreting the interaction as a manipulative ploy by Liam to win Hope back, Carter becomes consumed with jealousy. In a moment of impulsive rage, he physically assaults Liam, who collapses due to his weakened state. Despite Carter's desperate efforts to get Liam to the hospital, Liam dies en route, marking a tragic and unintended end. The consequences are immediate and severe. Chief Baker launches an investigation, resulting in Carter's arrest for manslaughter. The incident sends shockwaves through the Forrester and Logan families. Hope, devastated by Liam's death and enraged by Carter's violence, refuses to forgive him. Although Carter pleads ignorance of Liam's illness and expresses deep remorse, Hope remains resolute in her condemnation. Liam's memorial service becomes a flashpoint for further conflict. Carter attends to express his sorrow, but his presence ignites public confrontation with Hope, who accuses him of robbing Liam's final moments with loved ones. Steffy Forrester, caught between her own grief and a desire to maintain peace, urges Hope to consider Carter's remorse. As Carter prepares for trial, he hires Marcus Reed. Marcus builds a strategy around Liam's pre-existing condition, arguing that Carter's actions weren't the direct cause of death. This line of defense sparks outrage among Liam's family and friends, especially Hope, who aligns closely with law enforcement to ensure justice is served. Daphne re-enters the narrative, offering Carter emotional support. Though initially hesitant, Carter allows her back into his life, unaware of her possible hidden motives. Katie Logan becomes suspicious after overhearing a cryptic conversation involving Daphne, suggesting ulterior intentions that could complicate the legal case and personal dynamics further. Amid the emotional fallout, the Forrester family faces internal disputes. Ridge Forrester remains caught between Brooke Logan and Taylor Hayes, with Eric Forrester supporting Brooke's claim as Ridge's true partner. Steffy, grieving Liam's loss, simultaneously grapples with corporate leadership challenges at Forrester Creations, which reignites tensions with Hope over business decisions. The looming question is whether reconciliation and healing are possible. A letter written by Liam to Hope and their daughter Kelly surfaces, potentially influencing Hope's stance on forgiveness. Meanwhile, Chief Baker's ongoing investigation hints at undisclosed elements in the case, raising the possibility that other parties may share responsibility in Liam's death. In parallel, subplots involving Sheila Carter and Luna Nozawa develop, introducing further threats to the Forrester and Logan families. Sheila's power plays and Luna's search for connection with her father Finn promise additional complications in the already fraught narrative landscape. As legal, personal, and emotional battles collide, The Bold and the Beautiful explores the complex interplay between grief, accountability, and redemption. With Carter's trial approaching and tensions boiling over, the characters face life-altering decisions that will shape the future of their intertwined families. Fans can expect more revelations, shifting alliances, and emotional reckoning as this high-stakes storyline unfolds. Liam's medical crisis is in limbo. This week's Slow Burn Sunday is different. Usually, a slow burn involves unrequited love, a crush, or a flourishing relationship. But a slow burn can also involve other situations. Liam's medical crisis has slowed down since he received his grim prognosis on The Bold and the Beautiful. It all started when Liam got into an intense argument with his father, Bill. Liam lashed out at Bill about releasing Luna and pardoning her. Bill did this for the sake of his daughter, whom he shares with Steffy. He was concerned about their safety and well-being, But Bill wasn't here for it. He said some choice words, which obviously affected his son. After Bill left, Liam got dizzy and fell. As he fell, he hit his head on the coffee table. Thankfully, Steffy was there at the right time. She showed up at Bill's, also wanting to give him a piece of her mind. When she found Liam, she immediately called 911. Liam underwent emergency surgery after blood was found in his skull and brain. But that's not all. After a series of tests, Liam learned that there is a mass in his brain that's inoperable and incurable. Liam is dying. The doctors want him back at the hospital, but he's been reluctant to go back. Instead, Liam's been staying with Steffy and Finn. He's in good hands, of course, but he should be under around-the-clock care. For someone who's dying, he sure doesn't act like he cares. But that's probably because Liam cares more about the people around him. He doesn't want to burden anyone with his medical crisis, but he could cause them more heartache if they don't find out what's wrong with him. Instead of reporting to the hospital, Liam has spent his time with Steffy, Finn, and Hope. He's been having episodes that show that he's unwell. Liam should be getting the care he needs, so he can feel as comfortable as possible. But no one can force him to go to the hospital and get the treatment he needs. Only Liam can make this decision. No one can legally force him, no matter what the doctors advise. Right now, he's not interested in following anyone's advice, including medical advice. The only way he'll end up back at the hospital is if something dire happens to him. Liam is probably worried about the day when he's not capable of speaking or making his own decisions. That will happen one day. Right now, his medical crisis remains in limbo. Liam wants to be around his loved ones, especially when they need him the most. It looks like this storyline will play out slowly instead of hitting us all at once. Will Bill and Liam come to an understanding? The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for the week of May 12 to 16 promise a week full of drama with Liam on the front burner. You won't want to miss a single bit of the action, so be sure to tune in every weekday to CBS or Paramount Plus to see every bit of it. Monday, May 12, 2025, episode 9522, Bill and Liam face the past and each other in a raw, emotional reckoning that could change everything. Tuesday, May 13, 2025, episode 9523, Remembering Their Shared Past, reminds Liam of Hope's fierce conviction and her will to fight for what's ahead. Though shunned, Luna makes a surprise visit to Finn and Steffy. Wednesday, May 14, 2025, episode 9524, Liam cannot bear the pain of losing Hope and his daughters. Carter informs Brooke that he will not give up on Hope. Thursday, May 15, 2025, episode 9525, Finn and Taylor reassure Steffy that she did the right thing. Hope clings to Liam, desperate to save his life. Daphne does her best to sway Carter to her and away from Hope. Did Steffy betray Liam by revealing his condition to Hope? Steffy has a habit of butting into other people's business on the bold and the beautiful. Most of the time her interference is to stir up trouble, however, this time it was out of kindness. But did Steffy's good intentions cause her to betray a loved one? Steffy has found herself in a tough and heartbreaking situation. Her ex-husband Liam is dying after suffering a brain injury. Steffy's been by Liam's side from the moment she found him unconscious and rushed him to the hospital. Now that she knows he doesn't have much time left, it's an emotional time for the exes. Liam is upset at the prospect of saying goodbye to his daughters and his family. But he doesn't want anyone to know, including Hope. Despite Steffy and Finn's pleas to reconsider, Liam's made his decision. However, Steffy thought it was wrong to keep this secret from Hope. Since Liam wouldn't tell her, Steffy took it upon herself to tell Hope about Liam's condition. As expected, Hope broke down in tears after learning that Liam's dying. Now that she knows the truth, it won't be long before she's rushing to his side. The last thing he wanted was everyone crying and focusing on his impending death. With Hope now learning the news, Liam might be upset with Steffy. This is Liam's life and his secret. He can choose who to share it with. Steffy's been a huge support to him, and he thought he could trust her. However, she betrayed him by telling Hope. Yet, Hope had a right to know. She's Liam's ex-wife and the mother of his daughter. She needs to be there offering her support and enjoying their remaining moments together. If Liam died, Hope would be angry that nobody told her, and the guilt would eat at Steffy. Next week is full of can't-miss drama. Expect emotions to run hot and the schemes to run even hotter this week on Bold and the Beautiful. May 12 to 16 brings a father and son together, a vixen on the prowl, and a daughter determined to take her place in the family. Watch for a whole lot of drama coming between Liam and Dollar Bill. They'll meet up at Il Giardino, and once they sit down, everything will turn upside down. Is Liam ready to tell his father that he's dying? The teasers sure sound like it. Spoilers call for an emotional reckoning between the Spencer men. This may very well be the moment that brings Bill to his knees. The mere thought of losing Liam has the tears flowing, and not just for Bill. Steffy and Hope are beside themselves too. Not only do they face a future without the man they've fought over for years upon years, but soon their little girls won't have their dear daddy. In the coming days, they'll set their personal drama aside and put all their energy into being there for Liam as they struggle to find a way to save him. Will they get their miracle? At the same time, we'll see Luna state her case to Finn. She may be a killer, she may be a kidnapper, and she may be one of the biggest schemers in town, but she's also his daughter. The daughter he never knew he had, and she thinks it's high time Finn start acting like her dad. She's desperate for a relationship with him, but will she get her wish? Her past speaks volumes, and Finn has to protect his wife first and foremost. Meanwhile, Daphne Rose takes center stage once again while she battles it out for Carter's attention. She wants him, and she's determined to have him. Oh sure, he says he's still in love with Hope, but Daphne Rose believes she can change that. Hope is his past, and she wants to be his future. Will Carter finally fall for her flirty ways? In a powerful and emotionally charged scene from The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer delivers a revelation that alters the trajectory of his relationship with his son, Liam. What began as a seemingly casual lunch escalated into one of the most significant father-son conversations in the show's recent history. Liam Spencer entered the meeting at Il Giardino with no plans to share the devastating truth he carried. Struggling silently with a terminal brain tumor, he only wished to spend time with his father. However, Bill immediately sensed something was off. Liam's physical exhaustion and visible unease hinted at a deeper issue, one that Bill refused to let go unaddressed. Pushed by Bill's insistence, Liam finally disclosed his condition, an inoperable brain tumor that had progressed beyond the point of concealment. The revelation struck Bill speechless as the gravity of losing his son began to take hold. Overwhelmed with emotion, Bill didn't just respond as a father, he offered a truth of his own. In a moment that redefines family dynamics within the series, Bill confesses that he is Kelly's biological father. Years earlier, a paternity test mix-up and an agreement with Steffy Forrester had kept the truth hidden. But facing the possibility of Liam's death, Bill could no longer withhold the information. His decision was driven by a desire for connection, closure, and perhaps redemption. This revelation reshapes Liam's understanding of his daughter and his father. Kelly is no longer just his child. She represents a bond between him and Bill that transcends their tumultuous past. The storyline adds a layer of generational legacy, emotional reconciliation, and the urgency of truth in the face of mortality. As the clock runs down for Liam, the audience is left to wonder, will he find peace in this newfound truth? Can Bill embrace a paternal role not only for Liam, but now also for Kelly? This twist challenges both characters to reconsider their choices, their responsibilities, and what it truly means to be a father. In a recent emotional upheaval on The Bold, and the beautiful Ridge Forrester confronts the consequences of choosing between two great loves, Taylor Hayes and Brooke Logan. What began as a heartfelt commitment to Taylor unravels into a moment of painful realization, exposing Ridge's unresolved feelings for Brooke and setting off a domino effect of heartbreak, regret, and emotional fallout. Ridge, traditionally seen as the pillar of the Forrester family, has been grappling with an inner conflict for weeks. Despite sharing genuine moments of intimacy with Taylor, his emotional anchor, Ridge finds himself haunted by a longing he cannot ignore, his enduring love for Brooke. This emotional resurgence was triggered when Brooke made an unforgettable appearance at the Forrester fashion show, stirring memories and reigniting desires Ridge believed were buried. While Ridge remained loyal to Taylor on the surface, his heart told a different story. The emotional tension reached a breaking point during a vulnerable moment at Steffy's home, where Ridge, under the influence of alcohol and emotion, confessed to Taylor that he could no longer deny his true feelings. He had never stopped loving Brooke. The confession devastates Taylor. After years of unwavering support and shared dreams, she is blindsided by Ridge's honesty. Despite the anguish, she chooses to walk away, acknowledging that she deserves someone fully committed to her. Driven by guilt and desperation, Ridge approaches Brooke, seeking reconciliation. However, Brooke, torn between her love for Ridge and empathy for Taylor, refuses to reunite under such painful circumstances. Her hesitation marks a dramatic departure from past patterns, underscoring her personal growth and a newfound resolve not to be the source of Taylor's suffering. Ridge is left stunned. For the first time, both women he loves stand firm in their own emotional boundaries. In the days that follow, Ridge wrestles with the emotional damage he's caused. Eventually, he apologizes to Taylor, admitting his selfishness and impulsiveness. Taylor, still heartbroken, accepts his apology but asserts her need for certainty and emotional safety, something Ridge can no longer offer. This storyline marks a significant turning point for all three characters. Ridge is forced into a journey of introspection, realizing that love, no matter how deep, cannot be sustained without clarity and commitment. For Taylor and Brooke, the decision to prioritize self-respect over emotional entanglement redefines their roles in Ridge's life. As The Bold and the Beautiful continues to explore themes of love, loyalty, and consequence, viewers are left wondering whether Ridge can rebuild what he's broken, or if this chapter closes the door on both past and future romances. One thing is clear, the emotional landscape of this triangle has shifted irreversibly, setting the stage for further complications, new dynamics, and possibly redemption. In a stunning twist on The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester's world is turned upside down after a buried secret surfaces, one that challenges the foundation of his relationship with Steffy. For decades, Ridge believed he was Steffy's biological father, standing by her through personal struggles, family rivalries, and professional triumphs. But a long-forgotten document is about to rewrite that narrative. This revelation is poised to dramatically alter the Forrester family dynamic. With trust shattered and legacies questioned, The Bold and the Beautiful promises even more emotional fallout in the episodes ahead. Stay tuned as one of the show's most seismic plot twists continues to unfold. In a gripping series of developments on The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers were thrust into high-stakes drama involving betrayal, suspicion, and physical confrontation that could reshape the Forrester family forever. What begins as a seemingly innocuous evening spirals into tragedy when Eric Forrester uncovers a secret about Taylor Hayes, one that leads to a shocking accident and fractured trust. During a dinner outing, Eric Forrester notices Taylor at a nearby table, engaged in what appears to be an intimate exchange with an unknown man. While Taylor explains the encounter as a professional meeting, Eric is unconvinced. The closeness between the two, punctuated by a kiss, prompts Eric to confront Taylor directly. Fueled by his loyalty to Ridge and a protective instinct, Eric accuses Taylor of betrayal. Despite her insistence that the man is merely a colleague, Eric begins recording their confrontation, threatening to expose her alleged infidelity to Ridge. Taylor, fearing irreparable damage to her relationship, pleads with him to stop. Tensions escalate when Taylor attempts to seize Eric's phone in desperation. In the ensuing struggle, she accidentally shoves him, causing Eric to fall over a railing and hit his head. Taylor flees the scene in a panic, leaving Eric unconscious. Emergency services arrive quickly, but the incident raises significant questions. With no surveillance footage available from the corridor where the fall occurred, investigators are left with minimal evidence. A blurry image of Taylor leaving the scene is the only lead, casting a shadow over her claims of innocence. As Eric lies in critical condition, Ridge is devastated and furious. His concern intensifies upon learning that Taylor was involved. Despite her assertions that the push was unintentional, Ridge is conflicted. The possibility that Taylor not only betrayed him emotionally, but may have physically harmed his father weighs heavily on him. The police investigation yields little progress, and without concrete evidence, Ridge is forced to confront Taylor himself. Her admission that she pushed Eric out of panic, but never meant to hurt him, offers no real clarity. Ridge remains trapped between his feelings for Taylor and his duty to his father. This incident marks a critical turning point for Ridge. With trust shattered and emotions high, the path forward is uncertain. Should he defend Taylor or stand firm with his family? The fallout could determine not only the fate of his relationship, but the stability of the Forrester family as a whole. As this storyline unfolds, viewers can also expect escalating tension involving Carter Walton, Hope Logan, and newcomer Daphne Rose. In upcoming episodes, Carter faces unexpected heartbreak, while Daphne's sudden involvement hints at deeper motives. Amid Liam's tragic medical condition and his urging for Hope to consider a future with Carter, Daphne positions herself as both a comfort and a possible manipulator. Whether driven by genuine interest or strategic ambition, Daphne's actions are poised to ignite a new wave of emotional conflict. The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver intense story arcs, rich with emotional complexity, moral dilemmas, and unpredictable outcomes. As the truth behind Eric's fall remains elusive and romantic entanglements deepen, fans are left questioning who can truly be trusted, and what consequences will emerge from a single fateful moment. In the latest Bold and Beautiful preview, Liam's diagnosis has led to the moment viewers knew was coming. Plus, can Finn promise to do what Liam asks of him? Steffy has been pushing Liam to tell Hope the truth about his diagnosis, and it took him a long time to get to the point that he was ready to do so. Unfortunately, Steffy couldn't wait any longer and beat him to the punch, revealing that Liam was staying with her and Finn because he was dying. Coming up, with tears in her eyes, Hope tells Liam that their future is together and she doesn't want to spend any more time apart. However, she has no idea that Carter is listening at the door. Of course, this seems to send Carter running into Daphne Rose's arms. Only last week, he told her he wasn't ready to give up on Hope. But is he now? Daphne tells him that he and Hope were never meant to be and kisses his cheek. Finally, in Finn's office, Liam tells the doctor to promise he'll bring Steffy and Hope together if and when he's gone. The scene of the women embracing one another in tears already suggests that Liam's battle has forced them to put recent bitterness aside. But how long can that last? Plus, given that Hope has chosen Liam, it feels like a sign to expect a miracle and that he will live to see another day. Read the Bold and Beautiful spoilers to find out what Carter tells Brooke. Fans will see Liam make another bold move after his brain tumor diagnosis. Liam keeps preaching to Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester Finnegan about forgiveness. Then, John Finn Finnegan urged Liam not to keep his loved ones out. At the end of Friday's episode, Fans watched as Liam sent his father a text message. Bill will agree to meet with his son. There's a big return, a shocking exit, and a comeback rumor in the soap opera world this week. Here are the latest comings and goings casting news from all 5 daytime dramas: The Bold and the Beautiful, Days of Our Lives, General Hospital, The Young and the Restless, and Beyond the Gates. Find out if any of your favorite actors and actresses from yesteryear are returning to the shows you watch, if any newcomers have been cast in contract, recurring, or day player roles, or if any popular performers are about to make their exit. Michelle Morgan finally returns to Y&R as Amanda Sinclair on Friday, May 16. The actress is back to kick off a front-burner story arc. Morgan originally joined the soap as Hilary Curtis in 2013, but the character was killed off in 2018. She returned to the show in 2019 as Hilary's long-lost twin. A popular duo is heading home to Genoa City too. Laura Lee Bell and Michael Damian will be reprising their roles of Christine Blair Williams and Danny Romalotti soon. Bell released the news via an Instagram post featuring a photo of herself with Damian and Michael Graziadei, who plays Daniel. Happy to be back for guaranteed good days ahead with these two, noted Bell. Kate Fairbanks gets more airtime as Tessa Porter. She's back this week for some emotional scenes opposite Cameron Grimes' Mariah, beginning Monday, May 12. Chadwick Hobson has joined the Days fold as Kevin, a character connected to Dr. Russell's lab. The role is recurring. The actor makes his first appearance on Wednesday, May 12, in scenes with John Paul Lavoisier's Philip, and also airs on Thursday, May 15, and Friday, May 16. Michael Dietz returns as Dr. Jeffrey Russell, the man perfecting the serum that could save the ailing Beau. He interacts with Mary Beth Evans Kayla, Stephen Nichols Steve, and Brandon Beamer's Sean on Friday, May 16. Alice Halsey pops back in as Rachel Black. Look for the Tyke to celebrate her birthday on Wednesday, May 14. She'll celebrate with her TV parents, Eric Marksolf's Brady and Stacey Haydock's Kristen, Dan Feuerrigel's EJ, and Martha Madison's Belle. Rachel Boyd's Sophia Choi is also commemorating her birthday this week. On Thursday, May 15, the character toasts her special day with Leo Howard's Tate. Sad news for Perry Shen fans. The actor has wrapped up his latest run as Brad Cooper on GH. The lab technician quit his job and left Port Charles after exposing Portia's latest crime to Drew and receiving a huge payoff. Shen, who has recurred on the soap since 2013, resurfaced in August of 2024. The door remains open for Shen's return at a later date, after Chris McKenna, who plays Jack, posted a behind-the-scenes photo with his former One Life to Live co-star Jessica Tuck. The pair played siblings Joey and Megan on the defunct soap. Rumors have begun circulating that Tuck might be returning to GH. The actress played Cassandra Pierce, a drug trafficker with ties to Valentine, from 2017 to 2019. When last seen, Cassandra was kidnapped by a mysterious man wearing a ring with Cassadine family crest. Keith D. Robinson debuts as Dr. Ted Richardson on Thursday, May 15, replacing Morris Johnson. The actor, who starred as Joel Rawlings, the Green Ranger in the TV series Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue, has a long list of primetime credits, including American Dreams, Saints and Sinners, and A Million Little Things. He also appeared in the films Dreamgirls and Dear John.